Hey, it's Professor Josh. Welcome back for another video. Today, I'm going to dive into Fun Days. Yeah, give you a little recap of my very first Fun Days. All the goodies that I picked up. Some extra things, some Protos, some limited piece Freddy Funkos. And then, of course, we'll just talk about the event, so stick around. Alright, so I had my very first Fun Days at San Diego Comic-Con 2026. I got tickets. Somehow I scored them and I was able to go. I was able to bring Jason along with me. We had some fun. We grabbed a bunch of cool stuff. And it was a unique experience. Now, there's always some pluses and minuses to Fun Days. You know, I already talked about Thrill Joy, and that's because I already had all the Rock the Block stuff with me because we left Sunday. But I shipped all the Funko stuff back that Saturday as well. So I just got it recently. Able to unpack it, show you what I got. It's some great stuff. Also, I'm glad they shipped everything, and they had sorters and they had pop protectors and all kind of stuff, which are the first sort of Fun Days. So let's start off with just to kind of getting into Fun Days experience. The line was definitely long. I think it took us about an hour and a half to get in. It was all on the Ballpark app. Had 3 different things for our tickets. It had one, just the Fun Days entry. One was your box of fun, and the second one was your food. So with your food, you just got a soda, that kind of thing. They did have some different food. They didn't have the chicken sandwich from last time, but they had a bami chicken or veg or tofu version, vegetarian version, or they had a chicken teriyaki bowl. So tried the sandwich. Sandwich is all right. Nothing right home about. Kind of okay food. I'd rather had I don't know, something warm or something a little different. You know, something I don't know, maybe they could have done something different with the food, but it was all right. It was included, something to eat at least, and that kind of thing. So went through that line. In that line, we also first, before we got our food, we went to the Fun Days box line. So the box of fun line, you had to wait in separate from the food line. You didn't get the box of fun when you entered, which I thought was kind of weird. You didn't get to choose your team. Also, they just gave you a box and it had the team in it, and it came in a nice it came in a bag, and it came in one of these cardboard boxes, which I think everyone will start getting in the mail. Now, just be careful if you buy any of these that say they're sealed and stuff like that. So they do have bundle numbers, and I don't know if anyone's been figuring out what bundle numbers have what limited pieces in it. So just be careful on that. Did get 2 bundles, both of the same character, Freddy. So did get that. But inside your bag you got, line moved pretty quick for both the food and the box of fun. So once you got into the event, I guess they did a little security screening, if they had to, if anything went off from bags and things like that. Once you actually got into the event, got into those lines, they went pretty quick. There was some seating, which they said there was no seating. There was some seating there. There was some grass there. There was it was turf, fake turf, AstroTurf. So it wasn't real grass, which I was kind of then you don't need the blanket. Really, you could sit on the AstroTurf. I think it was if you sat on the dirt ground, and you never know. But got your box of fun. You also got a fortune cookie with it. And with the fortune cookie, they had a sign, and it said something did you know your fortune cookie may contain a winning prize? And people were reading their fortune cookies. And the cool thing about mine, I got to open it. I'll show you it. Broke it open here, and inside is something really cool, because it said, "The tides favor you. Claim your proto at the treasure trove." And so both Jason and I opened our fortune cookies and scored a proto, which we got to go pick up at the treasure trove. You just kind of got in line. They hand you. They didn't have them in the black bag this time, which I kind of don't like, because they kind of know what they gave you. But they gave me one. I had to figure out kind of what I was looking at first. And I was like, is it a soccer one? Is it? But no soccer ball. And then I figured out it's Bobby Hill. Yes, I scored Bobby Hill, kicking Bobby Hill from King of the Hill, and then also Jason scored Caesar, and that is from the Fallout Caesar, played by Macaulay Culkin. So both really cool protos to show you there, but I ended up actually trading my proto later on for a Transformer proto that Wasatch had. So Wasatch Mason over there, he was coming around and he saw us and said hi, and we were talking about the protos, and I said, I have a King of the Hill proto, and he was super excited about it. He had a Transformer one, which I thought was really cool, so we did a swap and trade. It was, you know, a good one. Both got something we wanted out of that swap for the protos, but it's cool stuff. So grab your food, grab your box, had a seat on the lawn. We sat by the giant purple octopus at first on the ground and opened our boxes up, and you get to check out those box openings now. Like I said, we got both similar boxes. We got Explorer Freddy boxes, but different stuff inside, which was cool as well. A couple things that were double, I guess, out of it. So we got those. We checked out the box. Let's go ahead and check out some of the stuff in the box. So this is what the box looks like for the in-person one. I think very similar to the of course, this says show edition versus online edition. Like I said, we got the Explorer Freddy in here. Got a couple other cool limited pieces I scored as well too. And I'll show you some of the other stuff that I got out of the other box in a minute here as well. But Explorer Freddy is cool because he kind of looks like he's underwater. They did a really good job with this one, I thought. I really like this one. I think they did a good job. I'm glad I got a Freddy box as well too. I don't know, that Kaiju Proto for the show box looks really cool as well. But any of the mascots aren't going too bad. I mean, they're limited to 1,150 pieces. That means over 4,000 people were there at Fundays. So a lot of people were there at Fundays. I heard there was some issues with boxes. Some people getting double boxes or somehow going back through the line. I don't know. It just seemed kind of weird. I hate when you hear stuff like that because then other people I heard didn't get a box while they were there. I don't know. That was a real mess. I did get another low count. I got 1,000 piece here. This is the Batman Who Laughs in black and white. So this was a cool one. A really neat piece in that bundle, only being limited to 1,000 pieces as well. And we're gonna see, I think, a couple versions of this Batman Who Laughs. I did get a Marty McFly 1,000 piece. So 1,000 piece Marty McFly from Back to the Future. This is the blacklight version. This is pretty cool. I know there's a couple versions of Marty, and we're seeing some in the online boxes as well. But I really like that. It was a fun one. And then for my lowest piece count was 500. This is the glow in dark Neo, and this has a really cool glow to it. A lot of people are looking for this one. A really nice Matrix kind of Freddy Funko, a little different style. I like this one. I think they did a good job this one. Also in your box you got a bunch of stickers. I don't know if I have all this. I think I have some of the stickers here. Like, it depends on, oh yeah, I got like the crown, and then another crown. So you got a bunch of different like random stickers, it seems like, from the box as well. And plus the cool Fundays Quest for the Grail sticker as well. And speaking of stickers, I did have my own sticker there as well. So if you saw me, hopefully you got a sticker from me. If you didn't, check out our webpage, ProfessorJosh.com. You can actually buy a sticker bundle from SDCC. I got 3 different stickers that were there, including one really cool embossed Rock the Block sticker, $10, and it's all going back to veterans. So I did that for our veterans charity auction coming up. If you haven't bookmarked that on Whatnot, appreciate that. Coming up at the very end of August. If you're looking to send anything over, reach out to us if you have anything extra, especially from SDCC, Fundays, Thrilljoy Chases, all kinds of good stuff like that. I'd love to add some stuff to our like mystery boxes and our auction, live auction, all those good things. So I did get a Also one of these. This is the kind of fun squad quest for the Grail. I like how they did this. So they have a lot of different options. Some are just like different colorways of the same thing, kind of like the chase version of them. And I'll show you what one I got. But last, we got the pins here. I do like they just gave you kind of a 4-pin set. It was nice to have that kind of all together. Everyone kind of got that one. So a lot of goodies, like I said. This one is mine. I got the Proto in the bottle. So instead of ship in the bottle or a message in the bottle, it is Proto in the bottle. Kind of neat. 1998. The bottle. Look at that. Like a little different. A little fun. I don't know. What do you guys think of these? So this is Jason Angelone. Yeah. So he did these, and you get, I think, a little card with these, kind of like the other mystery stuff. So cool pieces. Yeah, a lot of fun with these. I think everyone's getting them in the at-home boxes. I don't know if you have a chance for all the different ones, because this says Show Edition. So I don't know if Show Edition only had the chance or some limited. People are trying to buy those. Still like, you don't want those? We'll buy them. I don't buy. No, I want to take my home. I want to check it out. All right, so in the other box there was some duplicate stuff, of course, the same Freddy and the same Batman Who Laughs. So those were duplicates, but this one was definitely a need add to my collection. Another 500 piece, right? 500 piece Eddie from the Upside Down, Stranger Things, Freddy Funko. I love this because I pretty much have all them, but like that limited hopper that was out there from the Freddy's. For Stranger Things. So I know there's a couple others now I need to add and grab for the collection. So if you have any you don't want, let me know. You can work out a trade or something. Another limited piece, 1,000 piece, but a lot of people are looking for this one. This is the Muddy Shrek. There is another version of Shrek as Freddy Funko. Freddy Funko is Shrek, but this is the Muddy version. A lot of people were looking for this one. 1,000 pieces. So some good stuff. Now, as they went through the show, like I said, the show was a really fun experience in general. A lot of cool things were revealed. You saw a lot of things happening as we went in for the day. You know, you saw all kinds of things being talked about. And of course, things like K-pop Demon Hunters and the new Biddy Pops for K-pop Demon Hunters, more stuff for that. You have Over the Garden Wall. They had a whole release for those. We kind of seen some of those already. More Pokemon. Yes, we got more Pokemon, including things like Blastoise and a giant Wartortle 10-inch and all kinds of other fun ones. I think those were really great. Also, Vaporeon, Nidoqueen, Nidoking, Chikorita, all those kind of different Pokemon. They can collect them all, I guess. They're going to all come out. I do like how the Vaporeon's done. Another one is Ice Age was announced as well, too. So that's a really cool one. Some good pieces, including a big super-size Manny out there. So that will be fun. What else was there? Oh, DC. There was some more. Of course, Absolute Joker, Absolute Batman, Absolute Brainiac, Absolute Superman. So more from the Absolute sign, which those definitely were hot pops at Fun Days. A new Ozzy Osbourne iconic throne from the July 5th 2025 performance, one of his last performances. A great tribute to Ozzy. Cool to see that. We're gonna see Ozzy themed house now at Halloween Horror Nights coming up at Universal Studios Orlando, so it'd be interesting to see what that's all about. Has Been Hotel, definitely a hot on a different collectible markets. A lot of things going out there. Another unique one, a lot of stuff from Elder Ring, which is a really cool one. They haven't made a lot for in the past, so it's cool to see that for Fun Days 2020. Fun Days 26. Some kind of, I guess, dozing at Disney. I guess that's going to be a new line. They're kind of pinkish and they all look like they're sleeping. I don't know. Not for me, but maybe for everyone else. A new Gachikuta Gachikuto, I never heard of this anime. They didn't even show what they look like. They just showed some of the sculpts and some of the characters that might be out there. Sounds like there's going to be chases to several of them as well too. So it'd be really interesting if you're into that anime. A lot of people, I'm sure, will be going after it. Something is killing the children as well. That's a creepy looking pop. So that Funko Pop will be coming out. So cool to announce stuff like that. They also did announcements along the way. So another thing they did along the way as they were talking about stuff was announce some of the giveaways at the end of the night. So the end of the night was a little different. They just came in and gave us a bunch of different things for that. So they had a lot of different stuff. One of the announcements was, the first one was, I think I have it here, the first one in this box. So they came in these nice like sorter boxes, and you got 4 different ones, and plus a plant flora mystery one. But first up, I think everyone got this one. It was Donatello, 4,500 or 6 is it? Yeah, 4,600 pieces, metallic Donatello, Freddy Funko's Donatello. So about everyone got that one. So it was kind of cool to be able to pull stuff like that. It's neat that like some of the stuff was, you know, some people had duplicate of things. Like this one was also in that same grouping, and it was Raphael, the metallic one. But this one's only 1,050, so a lot less piece. It's a really cool one. And then there was one in the boxes that was this one. What was it, 125 or 150? Crazy to see some of those come in. All right, and then they did a whole announcement around another grouping of ones, and I got 2 of the 4. I'd love to kind of get all these. I got another 1,050 piece, or 1,150 piece. This is Shin Godzilla. There's 2 different versions of this one. There's one with like brighter purple eyes. It's interesting how they have to, like, the tail is up on the side and everything like that. A really cool piece. Definitely like this one. I think they did a good job with this one. I got both Godzillas in my like grouping of boxes. And the other one here is this white Godzilla. This is a really cool looking one. I like this. Freddy Funko as Godzilla. And you look on the back, he's kind of like all bluish, so it's really cool. I haven't taken them out or anything yet, but I definitely would love to see like some more. Like I said, there's 2 more of these. They're not going for crazy prices. I would pick them up because they're not going for insane prices. I thought they would go for a lot higher. I wish they did more stuff that wasn't Freddy, Franny, and Proto as part of Fundays. Some other limited pieces, kind of like they do for the con itself. So that would be really cool. But I did get a limited Franny out of the bunch. This was one of the other ones that was announced during the con. This was a Franny here. So this is Franny Funko as the bride, and this is the Diamond Edition. So very glittery dress hair. Love the look of it. I think there's a bride that's an X-ray version for the online that looks really cool. So looking forward to getting some of those online boxes, see what it is. And I think this is my last one that wasn't a double. Was Freddy Funko as Doc 2015. So this one isn't blacklight, but very neon-y colors. Neat to have both a Marty and a Doc in the collection with Freddy Funko. Cool to see some of the online boxes have some of this as well. Like I said, a lot of different things. Did get some floral ones. I pulled the bamboo one. So the bamboo one, and then there's a tulips one. So nothing special, nothing like the chase or anything like that. No 101 pulled. I wonder if someone pulled it at Fundays. That would have been crazy, right? Here's my $10,000. I want my $10,000. So a lot of fun pieces in that. The whole show was nice that they did along. One of the things they had is different chats with different people. One of the people I was excited about was, of course, you might know him as Huey from The Boys. He was there promoting Jack Quaid, promoting a lot of different things for what he's been working on. They also announced another thing, which was Pop Yourself. as Pokemon trainers, and you can get Pokemon. I think it's coming up at the end of August, so at Pokemon XP, you're going to see some of those for the Pokemon experience. Be really cool. They did a lot of fun things with giveaways. One of the things they did is some 101 type giveaways. So you saw some very special custom-made things that were given away. It's neat how they did those. So it's neat how a lot of announcements. They had fireworks at the end of the night, so we got to see fireworks. Really fun look at that. Really cool stuff. And like I said, good experience overall. I liked my first Fun Days. I think the show went better. Depending on where you're sitting, I felt like you couldn't go around and check out. It was hard to go around and check out stuff unless you were with a group that was watching your stuff or you want to carry everything. They did give you bigger bags than Thrilljoy, so you could carry everything very easily, it seemed. And they gave you a second bag with the stuff in it from the end of the night. So you had a way to carry everything at least. Did get heavy because everything's in pop protectors now. I did bring a thing of protectors thinking, oh, I'll need them, and I didn't end up needing them. So, that's nice that they're doing this. Probably a lot less damage. But I do see, every once in a while, some people still have that, like, lip damage and stuff like that on some of these. I didn't notice anything drastic on any of mine. See right away, but some really cool pieces. Like to see what everyone else pulled. There was some 50 pieces, 125 or 50 pieces, or 500 pieces. There was all kinds of great stuff that was pulled. Some really cool things that were selling for $1,000 to $2,000 right that night. People were buying them and getting them. So it's always an interesting experience how that all works out with everyone that's getting everything. It's a lot to take back. It's a lot of stuff. It was a heavy box. Like, I did ship a Chomp and maybe a couple Thrilljoys that I got from the show that you guys saw in our first video. If you haven't checked that out, those were in our first video. Those I shipped back with all this Fun Day stuff, but it was almost a 30-pound box with all these things in sorters, inside other sorters, inside the boxes and everything like that. So it's a big box. It almost weighed it was like 27 pounds of stuff to ship back. So it was a lot. But like I said, my first experience was really a lot of fun, a good time. I wish, I got to check out some more. I didn't get a VIP experience or anything like that, but that's okay. I got to hang with everyone else. I got to see other fellow collectors that I know, see people walking around, get to check out other people's, what Protos they got, what things they're pulling in their box. That's always kind of fun with their, because there's so many different varieties of things. Because there's 4,000 plus people there, there's going to be a lot more variety of stuff that's pulled. And you're going to see, I think 1 in 3 they said were getting Protos, something like that, which is really cool. I think that's a better way to do the Protos, is something where you got to tear into it or find out if you won something and then go claim it, because that way it was fair for everyone and no one had to wait into like a game line. Like Thrilljoy, I like the games and somewhat, but I don't like the crazy lines, and there's no way to divide them up and bring them in groups later, and people are just all in line like craziness. So there's some plus and minuses to that. I think it's a fun way to do it, where you get a 1 in 3 get a proto or something, where it's really a good thing. You don't have people walking away with 3 protos, and everyone got stuff at the end. Now everyone didn't get the same bundle of stuff. Everyone got 4 different things. There was teams per se this year, but not teams like, oh, your team won this, because you weren't sitting at different tables for different teams and making sure everyone got everything at that table. So a little different than Fun Days in the past, where they did teams like that and teams won different prizes. Your team won different prizes, and there was some everyone gets something and all those kind of things. Everyone got a mix of things. Some people, I got 2 different Godzillas, and then I got the Bride, and what was the other one? The other Batman Who Laughs. You got a variety of stuff in that when you left, but sometimes you might have got 2 turtles, you might have got 2 Godzillas, you might have got something else, you might have got one of every different thing, but you got 4 different things. You got also the pop mystery thing, which is I think, a bonus add-in. I knew they were going to do something with the Pop Mystery stuff. Surprised they didn't do any kind of biddies or anything like that, with going so big with all the biddy stuff. But it was cool they did also the mystery like in the boxes. These were fine because they had so many different varieties. It wasn't just like 6 things. It was such a good variety of stuff. And then they had these common ones, and they had all these different like kind of chase ones that were in there. And one of them was like pulled was 750. The one of Freddy on a seahorse, like a kind of a black light looking one, that was 750. You know, the one that I pulled was still only 1,000 pieces. So kind of cool to pull some stuff like that. Let me know what you think of the haul. What was your favorite Freddy Funko that I brought home, or Freddy, Franny? I didn't get any Protos. Freddy, Franny, I did get a Proto, but not Proto the dog in any of my boxes. So interesting they didn't play off him more just as just a mascot, really, but you saw a bunch of Frannies in there. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notification. We got tons of other stuff coming up. We got a box unboxing of every single Thrill Joy from SDCC. We got a unboxing of course, our boxes of fun that will be coming, probably multiple unboxing videos on that one, and also our boxes from Thrill Joy, Rock the Block, the online at-home version. Got some of those coming up, so some really cool things. So definitely you want to hit that subscribe button. I'll see you next time, everyone. Bye.